Hey guys, welcome back. This is Naresh. So in this video, we will talk about one of the important function in Python, which is called lambda expressions. Okay, so let's understand what is lambda expressions. So lambda expressions are nothing but a function which does not have any name. Yes, this is a function which does not have any name. Usually you have seen the functions which has a name. So if I give you example, whenever we want to write a function, we just give a keyword def, and let's see, there is a name xyz. I'm just giving any name, so I'm giving xyz name, and this is a function name, and assume it is receiving input a, and after that it is doing some kind of operation. Okay, but this function has a name xyz, but I am talking about a function which does not have any name. So you might be wondering, why do we even need it? If a function does not have a name, how do we call it? See, what happens sometimes that there are some functions which we only need once, so there's no need to define them individually that can be used across a project, because those are the throwaway function we just need only once. So Python provides you a way to write that. Okay, it's up to us if you want to write it lambda functions or not, but we have seen many places where lambda functions is used in the Python programming, and there are some inbuilt function of Python also which make the use of lambda expression. So it is very important to understand that how it works. Okay, so assume that there is a simple function which just give me a square. So square means the number is getting multiplied by its own. So let's assume that there is a function, and its name is square. It receive one input which is x, and after that it return the multiplication of x. Okay, so let me give a colon here. Okay, so this is one function. How do we call it? So there is another variable c. I am storing this output of this function into the variable c, and I will call this function square, and I will give it number 10 here. Okay, and then I am printing c here. Okay, very simple. Now let's run this. So I got 100, and if I say number 8 and if I run it, it gives me 64. Okay, so this is very simple function, but if you see, this function is only called once in my project or in my program. So what I can do, I can write it in form of a lambda. So what we do in lambda, okay, now let's understand that. In lambda, we don't have to define a function. What we can do, we can directly give the variable where I can receive the input. So it is giving me 8. So I need to store it into one variable. So I will just say a, and I will put a colon, and then I need to write an expression which I want to write in the function. So I will say, because I have received a, I will say a into a. Okay, so there's something which I have written for the lambda. But how do the program know this is a lambda expression? For that, there's a keyword called lambda. Okay, and whenever we write a lambda expression, we need to store it into some variable, because see, in Python everything are objects, right? So lambda expression is also an object, and we need to store it somewhere as a reference of that. So I will say f equal to. Okay, so it will store the reference of this lambda object into this variable f. Now, because now see, there is no square function, so I cannot call square here, something like that. Okay, what I will do, instead of square, I will just give a variable name which is a reference of that object, and I will pass my value here. Okay, now let me write it and run it. See, my program is still running the same, and there is no expression, there is no additional function here. This is the expression which is written in the same program. Okay, so this is the way I can go ahead and write the lambda expression. So you might be thinking that why we need fc, because lambda is an expression and we need to store it in some variable. That's the reason f is used. But there is a way also in which we don't have to use that when we are using the lambda expression into some of the inbuilt function, like passing a function into the function. In that case, we don't have to use even this f keyword or any other variable like that. If I want to change it, I can even change it something like g, and there instead of f right now I can call g here. Okay, so this is one way to write the lambda expression in a very simplest way. In the next video, I will tell you another way through which we can use the lambda expression in some of the internal functions of the Python itself. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.